I'm just gonna keep staying on this topic, I guess, of Elon Musk, because they're all gonna roll into each other. So he weighed in on the Target boycott. Uh, this Target boycott's been going on now for, I don't know, I guess what, 2.5 weeks or something like that, or 3 weeks. Um, all over the Pride. Uh, they, I guess they were putting up, um, what do you call it? Whatever you want to call it, store decorations for Pride and like sections and stuff like that. Apparently, this is something they do every year, which isn't I don't think is the big deal. This year, the difference I think now versus years prior is the target, unintended, on kids. You know, they had kids sections and like children's children's um, bathing suits with like places to uh, tuck the privates in and stuff. Like this is some weird stuff. If you want to do that with adults, you want to have adult clothing like that, that's fine. Um, but this wouldn't have been something that you'd normally be able to find at a department store. This would be something that you normally like specialty you have to look for. Be like for example, Target has now like a BDSM section or a or a sex section with all kinds of toys and things like that out in the open and celebrated. That'd be very weird as well. So same sort of thing. I think this just gives people an ick feeling. So they're really not going for it. Um, but Musk talks about this. He talks about as far as the company itself and the boycott that he says that Target should actually be worried as a company that they may be looking at a class action lawsuit as far as just from shareholders, from people that are actually are holding shares, um, because they're devaluing the company quite a bit. Chrissy Robinson, pink clothes with fairies in the boys section. Yeah, cute face. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Not that there's anything wrong with pink clothes for boys. That's fine. But pink tuckable bikinis or bathing suits, one piece bathing suits for boys. A little weird. I mean, maybe I'll don one for you. But yeah, very strange. This kind of stuff is what gets people's hackles up. You start messing with our kids, you're gonna bite off a little more than you thought you could chew. So, but I kind of agree with Musk on this one. I think that and the fact that okay, let's be real. Musk said it, so we know when Musk says something, it typically comes true because he's got a very big influence on people. Just like he said with the GameStop, when he tweeted "Game Stonk" or whatever he does, that weird thing he does where he, instead of saying a stock, he says "stonk." This is like his little way of getting around actually, like whatever the rules and regulations behind it. But in this case, now saying it, just him saying it could make it true, could make people actually do this. So it's that funny way it seems like he tries to influence without actually saying. He's like, well, maybe they'll do this. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So yeah, I could definitely see this happening. And if this happens, this will just be a further shot into this cultural war against this woke ideology moving um, into business where it just doesn't belong. Uh, oh yeah, so people are videotaping themselves cutting up their Target credit cards on Instagram. Yeah, this is funny because it's funny when these kinds of things happen. Um, they start to make these little um, cultural hotspots, if you will. People will jump on it. These little trends and stuff. Now, I mean, the trends were so bad before. Now, a trend like this could be pretty fun, and it could push the narrative over the other way, which is nice. So, but yeah, I really think I think this might be the start of a good shift.